welcome back to my channel. This is Honest Reviews with Jo. In today's video, I'd like to talk about the books that I'm planning to read in February 2022. Considering that I want to do 40 books this year, that means I'll have to do roughly 4 books a month. In January, I did 4 books. This time, I also picked up 4 books. Whether I'll be able to finish all of them or not, I have no idea. But at least there's a plan. And some of the books, I think only one book is actually quite heavy. But yeah, let's check out the books that I'm gonna read. So the first book that I'm planning to read is An Instance of the Fingerpost by Iain Pears. This is considered a historical fiction and mystery. I'll just read the blurb so that we know what is this book all about, because honestly, I don't know. Set in Oxford in the 1660s, a time and place of great intellectual, scientific, religious, and political ferment, this remarkable novel centers around a young woman, Sarah Blundy, who stands accused of the murder of Robert Grove, a fellow of New College. 4 witnesses describe the events surrounding his death. Marco d'Acola, a Venetian Catholic intent on claiming credit for the invention of blood transfusion. Jack Prescott, the son of a supposed traitor to the royalist cause, determined to vindicate his father. John Wallace, chief cryptographer to both Cromwell and Charles II, a mathematician, theologian, and inverted plotter. And Anthony Wood, the famous Oxford antiquary. Each one tells their version of what happened, but only one reveals the extraordinary truth. Brilliantly written, utterly convincing, gripping from the first page to the last, An Instance of the Fingerpost is a magnificent tour de force. So this is a book that I have literally had the longest time. Like, I keep saying that I have books for the longest time, I have books for the longest time. This is the oldest book that I have. I've had this since March 2013. I don't know why I picked it up. It's been collecting dust for a really long time. I never got rid of it, okay, because I had a feeling that I'm going to enjoy it. It's mystery. I love mysteries. This book is around 698 pages. Goodreads rating for this one is 3.93. So I'm just hoping that I'm really going to enjoy this, and I can't really wait to dive into this, to be honest. Next is a classic book, and I want to pick up this one before thinking about another book for the same author. It's Dubliners by James Joyce. I also have his other book, Ulysses. I have a friend of mine who has been telling me that I shouldn't be reading that monstrous book. So I'm like, you know what, let me just read this book first and see how I feel about him, and maybe pick up Ulysses later on. This is a classic fiction set in Ireland, obviously, because he's Irish. Goodreads rating for this is 3.85, and it's only 307 pages. Let's see, what does the blurb say? Joyce's first major work, written when he was only 25, brought his city to the world for the first time. His stories are rooted in the rich details of Dublin life, portraying ordinary, often defeated lives with unflinching realism. He writes of social decline, sexual desire and exploitation, corruption and personal failure, yet creates a brilliantly compelling, unique version of the world and of human experience. I really have a feeling that I'm going to enjoy this, so only time will tell. Next is going to be for a Japanese author. I have read for the same author in 2020, and I'm really curious to find out how her other books are. This is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. Look at this book, and this is so cute. I read The Convenience Store Woman for her in 2020, and I really enjoyed that one. It was really different, and it gave me more reason to explore Japanese literature. So I bought this one only recently. It's a very short book. Let's see, what is it about? Natsuki isn't like the other girls. Together with her cousin Yu, she spends her summer in the wild Nagano mountains, hoping a spaceship will take her home. When a terrible sequence of events threatens to part the cousins forever, they make a promise: survive no matter what. Now, Natsuki is grown. She lives quietly in an asexual marriage, pretending to be normal, hiding the horror of her childhood from her family and friends. But dark shadows from Natsuki's past are pursuing her. Fleeing the suburbs for the mountains of Nagano, Natsuki prepares herself for a reunion with Yu. Will he still remember the promise, and will he help her keep it? A dark and magical reckoning with what it might take to survive a shattering life. Earthling is an exhilarating cosmic flight that will leave you reeling. This is classified as horror fantasy. It's only 247 pages. Goodreads rating is quite low. It's 3.57. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to enjoy this one. The last book is for a new author. I have not read for him before. It's Less by Andrew Sean Greer. Someone is falling from the sky. This is contemporary humor. Let's see, what is it about? You are a failed novelist about to turn 50. A wedding invitation arrives in the mail. Your boyfriend of the past 9 years is engaged to someone else. You can't say yes. It would be too awkward. And you can't say no. It would look like defeat. On your desk are invitations to half-baked literary events around the world. Question: how do you arrange to skip town? Answer: you accept them all. What could possibly go wrong? Thus begins an around the world in 80 days fantasia that will take the novelist Arthur Less to Mexico, Italy, Germany, Morocco, India, and Japan, and put thousands of miles between him and the plight he refuses to face. Welcome to the bestseller embracing by readers everywhere. A love story, a satire of the American abroad, a rumination on time and humor hard. Less shows a writer at the peak of his talents, raising the curtain on our shared human comedy. This seems to be really fun. I can't wait. I'll probably pick this one up after reading one of these books if I don't really end up enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to this. It's only 261 pages, and Goodreads rating for this is 3.66. This is sort of low, but that's not gonna stop me. I find it interesting that there's some funny books out there that are worth exploring. So yeah, these are the 4 books that I'm going to be reading for February. I really can't wait to start them, and I can't wait to discuss them with you. Do let me know what are you planning to read for February, and share them in the comments below. And if there is something interesting, I might also pick it up for future months. So thank you very much for watching my video. Until the next time, bye!